Hello, I'm Smithy and this is my Contiki, and today we're going to talk all about solar panels and what can you charge or what can you use with a 100 watt solar panel. That is what we're going to find out today, as soon as I've had something to eat. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. That is a good oven. It's surprising what people think you can and can't cook in this oven. You can actually cook whatever you can cook. A roast dinner if you like. Anyway, so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the solar panel and what you can actually charge in the solar panel, or what you can use with a 100 watt panel. And the two batteries I've got and the panel, what can you charge in it? So we'll find out. Simple enough, good useful information if you're planning on going solar or off grid. Ow. We're using Old Faithful today because I never charged the battery up on this one. That's the one the screen faces me, but not to worry. We've still got the other camera. So what we're doing, we're going from the solar panel to two batteries that are under each seat at the front. So passenger seat, driver's seat, that's where the batteries are. Right, so it goes from the solar panel to the controller and the batteries. And then from the batteries, obviously 12 volts all over the van. And what I've got, this is only from Argos. And it's got a plug that you plug in there, it's got USB. I think it's about £30, about 12 months ago I bought this. So it's a ring, made by Ring, and it's 150 watts, power source inverter. So the only thing, there's only one thing I use that for, and that's the TV, nothing else. I have an extension there that goes round into that cupboard, that plugs into the socket, which I'll show you now. And I plug that in there. You can hear that going. So that powers the TV. No signal yet because I haven't put the aerial in. But it's going from an extension there into the TV. And that plugs into that socket, that powers the TV. That is the only thing that we use the inverter for. I can plug a laptop in there. The only thing is the laptop's got to be fully charged. If I'm trying to charge it and use it, maybe it could be the software I'm using, but the screen was flashing on the laptop. So I'm wondering if it was trying to charge the machine and run the machine at the same time was too much. So that's a 45 watt LED TV. So for a 150 watt inverter to power that, it's like, you know, a third of the power that needs. So, but that is the only thing we use. We don't use the we don't try and use the microwave, we don't use anything. The only thing we do use off the solar panel when we're wild camping, all we need is the lights, obviously for night time. You've seen these other lights that I've got, remote control. They're just a backup really in case these fail. We don't have to go on then. I'm getting a bit of a sty as well, by the way. I've not been sleeping lately, I don't know why, but anyway. So we've got the lights, the heating, which it's I'll show you the heating. Now then, putting the power on in my van, it's just a case of turn this. You get a green light, you can see that there, and then these are my camera bags. So I have all my cameras in one bag and all the equipment in another. So I don't know if you can hear that, but that's where it's coming from. I'll give you a good tip. If you replace a door handle on your mother-in-law's house, don't use the finger you have a ring on to test it with, because you nearly cut your finger off like I did. Anyway. And then we've got the sink taps from the water. The shower, we can park up and have a shower anywhere we want. We can have a shower, flush the toilet, use the sink. Obviously the cooker is all gas, so we're just using the gas. So the only thing we're actually using when we're wild camping is a TV. which is obviously through the inverter, the water and the lights. That's it. We don't use anything else. There is nothing else that we need to use power for. Heating, lighting and water, and that's it. And then we use the TV with the inverter. But we have a laptop, so, well, I have a laptop, so I've got a new laptop now, so I don't know whether that would be the same as the older one. I'd have to read up on it and see what you know, how much power it takes. But the old one, it definitely would not charge and be used at the same time, unless it's because I was using editing software and it's power hungry, I don't know. But the screen was flashing. But if I'd have charged it up first, which I've done many times, have it fully charged, then put it in, plug it in, I had no problem. So, but charging the laptop, you'd have no problem from this this inverter, no problem whatsoever. I don't know if there's anything on there I can tell you. Continuous power rating 120 watts, output 230 volts, USB 5 volts, input 10 to 15 volts, well that's 12 volts, output frequency 50 to 60 hertz, input current 14 amps. So, and using that solar panel and these two batteries that we've got, we have never run out of power ever. And we've wild camped in Scotland for, I think we went for 5 days last year. Then we went to Yorkshire, we did 2 days, we did Saltburn, we went to Lake District, so that was a 3-day trip, and we never run out of anything. So at night time my wife tends to use this for heating. So we use that for heating, really, rather than the van itself. But when we do use that, we use that next to it. So we just know it's not giving off any gas or anything. But you can get condensation from these, but you get condensation from your breath. So the same thing with the caravan, and the reason your windows have a little, so you can open it and hook it just slightly open, is to get rid of the condensation. At night time on a warm night, you would open that a tiny bit, close it, and you've got a little air gap letting air in to get rid of your condensation. So the 100 watt panel that we've got, all we're using it for is the lights, the water, heating now and again, mainly the heating's off that gas. I think we're paying £4 for 4 canisters at the minute, and a can would last you all night because we don't have it on full. We're not up all night anyway. And a shower and flushing the loo, and that's it. We don't use power for anything else. TV, and it's never run out ever. On a 100 watt panel, 2 batteries, it has never let us down ever. So I hope that helps as to what you can power off a 100 watt panel. You could charge your camera batteries, GoPro batteries, you'd have no problem with them. Obviously you don't do everything at once. You know, I wouldn't have the TV on charging a laptop and charging the GoPros and camera. I would do one at a time. I'd have the TV on and charge a laptop, I won't have a problem with that, or charge a camera battery, or the GoPro batteries are in a bank of 2. I have a little charging thing for them. So I'd have no problem charging that and watching TV. But apart from that, that's all we use the power for. So this van and us, we are not power hungry. If we're on a site, different kettle of fish, we're plugged into the mains, we can use what we want. You know, use the sockets, microwave, everything. Use the van's heating or whatever. But as regards wild camping, which is what me and Sue mainly do, we're only going to sites when we've got the grandchildren with us. Because, well, I don't know how it'll go on now, with things are changing now with all this, all these problems we've had. You've got to social distance. I don't think you can go swimming in a bar at the minute. But that's what we were doing. So they were going swimming. So to do all that, we would stay on a campsite, or you know, some motorhome site. But if it's me and Sue, we're wild camping. That's it. We're out. And most of my cooking is not going to be on that cooker either. It's going to be on my little burner that I did in a video or 2 ago. So when the weather gets a bit nicer, we'll be doing some cooking on that. And I'm going to eat my food that I'm just making, and I'll enjoy that. I'm going to a different park up in a minute to eat my food. But I do like it here. What a nice place. There's a learner driver coming up and down, learning how to drive. He needs to slow down because there's a no entry gate there. I don't know why he's going so fast unless he's teaching us to drive that way. Anyway, so I hope you've got some information from it. Don't forget, I'm not an electrician. I'm certainly not Gadget John. All I'm doing is giving you information that is good for me. so it's probably good for you at the same time. I've got 2 batteries, 100 watt panel going through the solar charge controller, and then the only thing I use is the lights, water, that's it. 150 watt inverter, powers the TV, and I'll put that in there. Our TV, when I finish with it, I'll show you where it lives. I'm going to wind the wire up. Obviously you're going to be driving, you need this out of the way, it's going to smash, so you've got to take care of your stuff, as I've said before. There we go, I put it on the floor, down there, and I have a bungee strap that goes around it. Keeps it nice and tight. I don't know if you can see that bungee strap around it. That just keeps it nicely against the cupboard, and that's job done. There we are. Oh, I'll tell you what we've got. We've got a sticker, didn't we? We got it for Alex. He has a channel, he does a lot of painting, airbrush painting. His intro, if you ever watch his intro, that must have took him ages to make that intro, but anyway. Motorhome Travels and More. YouTube.com TTXELA. To the campsite and beyond. So we're going to put that in the van on the old Fablon. Cheers Alex, told you I'd get your sticker. I could do with some stickers making up, Alex, you should make me one. Do a design and email it me and I'll send it to the printers. Can I get this off? I have no nails. I like the van that Alex is doing at the minute as well. It's fascinating to watch. I can't get it open, Alex. Come on. No, we're knackered. Can't get it open, Alex. I'll have to... oh, there we are, I've done it. I thought I was going to have to get Sue to do it. Right, let's have a look at that. We'll put that up top there. Yeah, it's in the van, Alex. Just show you. There you go. Next to Steinhoff, Ryan Becky's Travels. Many fun adventures. Sent me a nice letter with it as well. I won't read the letter because I don't know if he wanted me to read it or not. It's just a nice nice letter there, Alex. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed the information. I can only give you information as regards my van, so, but it includes any van really if you think about it, because you know, you buy a 100 watt panel, what is it that you're wanting to power when you're off grid? I mean, if you're wanting to use hair tongs, air curlers and microwaves and this, obviously you need a lot more batteries and a, you know, obviously a bigger inverter, like 3000 watt inverter or whatever they are. But we don't need that, you see. But we might look at that in the future, because I might look at getting these plug sockets working off more batteries and more solar. So Sue did ask me to look into that, so I might look into that. I'd have to get somebody else to do that because I wouldn't attempt it. But I might look into that in future, so we can just flick a button and all these sockets become live. And then we can just do what we want. But I might look into that and see what it is. If I do, I'll let you know and you can follow that journey. But at the minute, wild camp, this is all set up for wild camping. We're not power hungry, and that's the way we do it, off a 100 watt panel. Anyway, I hope I'll give you some good information, and I'll see you soon. So take care, be lucky, and Smithy will see you again.